wrong. But here we go in Infinity. Yeah, there'll be nothing beyond that.
I don't even think Meltdown care anymore. They're like, yeah, just 8-0 us. We're done. We're gonna go.
You just want to be like, hey, take a map. Have a point or two.
It's all right, guys.
Knock yourselves out. Have some fun.
I think it's before we came into this round, actually, it was Break that had the most points. And Meltdown had 9 points, and Break had 10. So,
well, the only point difference was Spider Crossings against Ghost Squad. So, we're gonna go ahead and let them know that we are set. I'm sure that they're not waiting on us. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hang wants a breather, but no, it's not going to.
It's going very quickly,
go right
guys.
into it. I was wrong.
Map number 3, we are moving into Infinity straight away. And who shall I watch off the beginning? I'm going to go and check out Lincoln very quickly. He's got the lowest spawn. Not getting any armor, but he's very quick to nick. Going to take a couple of shots and
get that intel, see what you can do, and what he could do is take down Wazgate, take down KGB. He's doing the damage, he's taking the health, he's moved through 2 players. Where are the other 2? He's taken the flag, he's taken a 50, and now he has the run of the place. This is my house now.
I don't know how he got across mid, and there still wasn't any Break players there, and he gets 2 kills of the people who should be playing more defensively, and he's got the flag. We've got the power-ups coming up at an unknown point between now and the next 25 seconds.
He's forcing Break to collapse if they want to find him, and that would mean they would be giving up mid, which would mean giving up the power-up. So it's not even really about the flag, but hey, if he can get it in anyway, why the hell not?
1-0 in less than a minute for Meltdown. And you know that start where he just ran in and killed 2 of them?
Yeah,
the reason they're not in mid is I think there might be tears.
Tears, rather.
Everything. It's just a negative.
But no, that was a good time to be sneaky with the flag. That's where, you know, Clock needs to take a note or 2. That's when you do it, when you're forcing them to pay more attention to you than they are to the item in mid.
Yeah.
That's it.
But the fact is there's the unknown like power-up going on. So the focus was just all over the place for Break at that point. And I've got to say, after that victory for Meltdown, that's just the biggest amount of pressure they've had to go through. Aside from yesterday, of course. They're probably feeling invincible. They're probably on cloud 9 at the moment.
And that means that there will be a lot of, if they're able to take top here, it's going to be a lot of pressure on Toxic tomorrow in the duel section. This will mean potentially 2 sections that they've been able to take.
Yeah, it's going to be really scary, to be honest, and Andy win the CTF overall as well. I don't even want to think about that just yet. I think that's too much for me.
My favorite part of all this is that it's the same teams, but the relative value in each mode is all over the place. Like, Break wasn't even a favorite yesterday in TDM, and this was their day to shine.
It absolutely was. And Break did pretty well yesterday, but it's just
their day to get a shiner.
Not been the results. I think discussions will be later about certain drama that's been in the community over the last couple of months.
Yeah, it's not really helpful, is it?
No, it's not. And I think that's definitely a discussion for later on in the show. Waz getting a touch though. Used his med kit up. And he's trying to squeeze off. Maybe he can do something here. He's not able to make the jump across. He's got amazing movement, but not that amazing. The hand going through, but look at the Meltdown players just everywhere.
We're going to be seeing wins up top now. ID is finally able to take one down, but the more that ID has to deal with these little skirmishes in mid, it means less time rushing the flag. And in this map in Infinity, of course, you have so much space to cover and so many options for breaking out of the enemy base. But it looks like he's going to be able to take the flag and take away enemy Mega as well. But Zyrinx is going to be there once again, just always in the right time at the right place. Be a big problem for ID. KGB is on the response though, using the last few seconds of the squad, and everybody's going to be running towards him. It's just raining men right now, and he's more than happy to take him down.
That was 4 kills. Very quick succession. That's got a rocket there. There should be one more. Oh no, he doesn't quite get the kill.
So KGB doing that, there is no reason why ID shouldn't be able to break in and get a grab. Because he's taking swimming lessons.
Oh, no.
Hey, he used the med kit!
KGB, take notes. Well, small touch.
They got a grab though. Okay. But Waz right now looks like he's wanting to bust out of here as well. Nice move over, even while taking a bit of shots from Zyrinx. He's able to take Zyrinx down importantly. But Lincoln is here to take away this 50 to break out the right side.
He's just gonna go for it, but 2 players yellow armor straight away.
That's a position that Ghost Squad needs to be playing. Every time that the MD made it out that right corridor, Ghost Squad just had no idea. And to the point where I was wondering if it was like a map awareness thing, or map knowledge. right, but Lincoln going down for a rail. Taking it right back to base. Gonna be, oh, just dropping it off. How polite, how nice of Lincoln.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Okay, Win, take this.
Tops. One of them. But a lot of MD players dying at that point. I'm going to check Tox. Yeah, he's got a bit of a stack to work with. Doesn't need a little armor. He's not hitting any rails at the moment. That might be the first time he's actually been able to get a rail.
See if we can make good use of it here in mid. As quad comes up, KGB's going to be on point, but he's going to be taken down immediately. Dehang was expecting KGB to break on through, while Dehang would be able to flank. Now Toxic can thankfully take this quad back and soak up a little bit. Might use it defensively. I don't know. He's looking pretty primed here to bust out over to the top. Yeah, there we go.
Taken down nicely. KGB as well. That's where the defender's gone. Everybody dying at this point. And Waz coming in with the pummel, the hand of the shotgun. He's just killing everybody. And he's got a bit of help getting across. The speed that he had just there. And
I'll cap later. I want frags now.
Yeah. Wow. 12.5 seconds. 2-0 for Meltdown. As I think the opponents will be breaking their keyboards. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Leave it.
I don't know. I don't want to rub it in.
But it looks like we've got a double flag. Grab is going to be ID taken down, and the flag is sent back home. Make that the same over on the other side, but as our first quarter elapses, we've already got 2 up on nil here in Infinity. And this could be a pretty grueling map too.
Yeah.
It's a complicated base to get out of. There's a lot of space to cover.
I'm not going to be surprised if we get a couple more caps from Meltdown, only because I think after the last map, the last thing Blake really want to do is to play another one, knowing that their chances to win the CTF are over. So I mean, you got to hand it to them now. They're going to try and put up a fight, fair play. But this is when a lot more emotions are coming into play as well.
I'm sure. It's hard to stay focused after that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the on from him there. He's going to get across. And the hang is going to deflect him. That's a very slick move. And this should get them one on the board. So, yeah, really nicely done from them. Let's see if they can continue. They need to rack up some points. If they want the hang to do well in the duel as well, which he's very capable of.
Every cap here will help.
Yeah. The match is going to be even better.
And the hang didn't really take much damage in the last run either. He's, what? How many shots was?
Oh, yeah. He had an ID coming over, and then he just passed it over as he got just into the other side of mid.
All that LG.
Is that Tox? Give it to Tox. Tox does beautiful things with it.
He's going to take it, and Waz is going to regret moving up there. Dehang actually backs off. Yeah.
I think we've got Rel from the side of 43 health, and he ends up just killing himself. Not sure that was on purpose. Tox is going to pick it up in the end, but it's sort of semi-defensively. I don't think they really knew what the hell they were going to be doing with that, but... Oh, well.
We'll be setting back up here in mid. Tox is ready to rain the damage in. And the important thing right now is that MD is not losing any of their own base items. There's a lot of space to cover here, but Waz is trying to push in from the back. It's kind of a cool corridor to be in as long as nobody knows you're there. The minute they kind of catch sight of you, you can kind of take out somebody on the flag itself, but beyond that, they have a much better angle. But Waz doing good work here. Zyring's pulled on down. And ID's ready to push in as well, but Waz is still a problem in the back corridor, and everybody's just going to smoke him out now.
They know that on his own. He's going to try. Okay, he steals the yellow, which is quite good. Lincoln should die. And there, he's got a teammate with him now.
The fact that Waz was such a problem in the base there should allow the rest of the break to move through mid without a whole lot of bother right now.
This is really nice, actually.
Yeah.
And where's ID? They're not even going to pick the flag up there. They're going to force ID to go back down. He can't do anything, so the players are just going to spawn, and they're going to run back at him. That was horrible, actually. I'm very surprised they decided to go down at that point, especially when ID had a better stat. That was just very, very difficult to deal with afterwards.
Well, them all rushing in like that, they kind of had to give up their intel in mid for sure. Trade off there. Yeah, first half and 1 cap up for Meltdown. LG. Lincoln being taken down in mid. It's going to give mid over to break at the moment. But the hang is there as items come up. This is what I've always liked from, especially like way back in the EG and like low-level items days, is having that guy putting pressure on the flag as the items come up. It really splits the attention And it can really create a lot of interesting situations that, on the offensive side, you can adapt to very quickly. And in the end, it doesn't mean too much, as Lincoln will have the last few seconds of that quad as he moves into enemy base. That shot.
Yeah, just immediate
Donk.
wreck, basically. Well, that last rocket went nowhere.
He thought the jump pad would catch it and send it up.
Tox does actually go down, so that is a very important factor there. Winslow, he gets a touch. Waz falls. There is Lincoln next to him, but both of them equally low and equally dead.
Let me take a look at our Zyronx guy here. I mean, again, he's been playing a lot of positions here so far. He's 24 and 29, but every time we see him again, he's attracting a lot of attention. KGB is actually 33 and 9. On the defensive side on MD, we got Toxic, of course, with 31 and 6. And actually, it's not a bad KDR for this map at all. It's kind of hard to keep your eyes peeled on every possible angle in this map and still hold on to a decent KDR, but go Tox.
He's all about the efficiency really, and the net. I think a TDM player is like, wants more points.
Well, he's going to have to fight for Noctis for that title.
No one's done to Okay, getting a fresh one in front of him, and the machine gun will be enough to take him down. Wow, he'll try and make a move. Now he's on a rocket at the bounce pad. But they're just going fishing at the moment.
It's not too much flag action lately here. In fact, a lot of these quads have been really messy as well. We haven't seen a really decent setup for these quads. So again, the danger of that is if you're not set up for the quad and you get it, cool. Guess what? Somebody else is going to take it off of you, and then you'll be fresh spawned. But hey, grenades will do what grenades want to do. Zyronx still has plenty of the squad left over though. KGB is going to be headed on down, as is Waz. Pretty much anybody who gets in front of Zyronx right now is going to regret it.
Well, I think he was eyeing up that 50 health bubble, just simply couldn't get to it in time. Machine gun was too much for him.
So what are we thinking here? We've got one cap between them. I mean, this is still, you know, Meltdown's got the series. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
sorry,
still looking
can you
for.
say that again? I didn't
Yeah. I mean, we were discussing this earlier. I know. But there's still assist break in terms of their overall score if they're able to take some more caps away. So this is still a map worth playing for. They just need to remind themselves of that as they're coming off of those last couple maps.
I just want to say, it does involve me saying that Meltdown has decent break, but the fact they've done that, it kind of gives more credit to Ghost Squad for actually taking a map off Meltdown.
Yeah.
Break was the favorite, I say, and Meltdown's very close second.
And Ghost Squad was a mystery. A little bit less of a mystery now.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge mystery, but I think that's, no matter what happens, at the end of by the end of the results of today, I think Ghost Squad has really marked themselves as, well, not just themselves as being an amazing team in CTF, but also Chile, South America, hosting some fantastic players there in this mode.
I guess so. So here, I mean, this has actually felt a little bit more like a TDM match lately than a CTF match.
Well, they're trying to sort of break each other's defense with power-ups, but they end up trading frags so often that the time ticks away and no point can really use. ID is going to get out with flat 17 health, and he should really give up that quad. There it is.
There are CTF maps where, you know, getting that center item is a huge deal. In fact, you know, that's kind of why Siberia's in the pools, because the quad is sort of like maybe too important, which really does turn it into a TDM map. Here, you know, there's so many corridors to manage in the base that it's easy to take even some people in the quad and trip them up and get them stuck and throw a grenade in their face and really nullify it completely.
Quad's gone completely. The Hang looking for a way out. Zyronx is just the machine gun. There's going to be a sandwich from her on the other side. They're trying to make use of this quad, but it's not quite getting there. There's 6 minutes. They can still earn themselves precious points. Lincoln, though, he has got himself a flag touch.
I certainly hope that doesn't mean they're robbing themselves.
Oh no, the sign! He's not going to slow him down. He's getting across. ID's going to go down, and there's going to be Lincoln coming across. That was such a quick little cap. ID managing to kind of slow things down a little bit, but definitely not enough effort.
No
Lincoln
joke.
got across very, very cleanly.
Straight talk. I would love to see a highlight reel of movement flubs just from today. There's been so many just incredibly awesome ones.
TLG.
Yeah, yeah.
That's got to be the best one so far.
By a long shot.
Well, this unhighlight. Wins now with a touch.
Oh, okay, yeah. And this right-hand quarter, he was expecting to catch a little bit of flag from the side there, but it's not there. Waz technically has the flag, but what? He's out through mid. He's got 8 health. I mean, the flag's down. Wins is in the water. I'm going to take this flag and go get a rail. That's
It's not
brilliant.
going to be a cap. It's going to be another cap. So we got 3-2. Americans are still in the game. 200 health, 50 armor. I'd like to see Dahang just go aggressive again. See if he can get another quick recap.
I mean, as long as Meltdown all goes in the water again, that'd be great.
I wish I saw what happened to Win.
Yeah.
I do not know how he decided fishing was a good idea.
Dahang making excellent use of quad shotgun. And actually, everybody here is pushing way too forward up. They're just giving these quad frags over to Dahang.
Bouncing up.
And he's eventually just going to give it up, take it down Lincoln, and whoa, that last jump pad.
So
Watch
many
that last
players.
step. The collapse there was real.
Those players are weaponless, but Wazzy comes up a stairwell to the ladder. Helps him out. 3 players though from Bray coming into base. Ivy being one of them. Waz though, he's got a flag touch at the moment. This might be a tight game right now. Always trust his movement to be absolutely spot on. It's going to be 3-3. We have got a tight game. There we go.
4 minutes to play. It'll be the most tense 4 minutes of this entire match, surely. We're starting to finally kind of get a pattern together and sort of some pacing into the match.
I thought they were going to lose their heart and just, you know, tap out fairly early, but Drake's still giving us a show, which I respect that.
Right, ID's I love the fact that ID's got so much health and armor as he gets the flag. He got in completely for free. He's not going to get out for free. Lincoln's going to be a thorn in his side, and so many jump pads to move through, and so many players to move through as well.
Nice.
Right, hey, Waz is there, and once again, the response time from Meltdown is just measured in milliseconds. They are just on point.
I really like what ID did, but he didn't play with the death cam at all when he got that kill on Lincoln. And he was like, I'm going this way so I can give Waz as much space as possible. But unfortunately, they crossed.
Do you think that tipped the handle a little bit? Okay, yeah. I like seeing these little buddy-buddy plays from Waz and ID. I know they played together a lot before, just not quite in this context. So seeing these plays come out, you know, almost justifies another day of CTF. Do over.
Waz is taking his time. You see that? Yeah. He's clocking it up right now.
Well, hopefully he doesn't clock out here. Because, all right, cool. He's looking for a clear quarter. I mean, that is just the best way to get across to mid, as long as you don't get stuck.
Wow.
And your team can actually do a lot.
They've got the lead right now. And the patience really paid off for Waz just there. Excellently done. I mean, I really thought the Meltdown guys were going to spot a bit of light reflecting off the walls or something like that, but they just didn't find him at all. And he had the perfect information from his team.
They didn't even hear him blinking. I don't think he did blink. Waz making good use of that kit there. He's going to get LG down, but that means that they're all stuck over on one side of their base. Waz has the potential to move through mid here once again very quickly. He doesn't even want that yellow armor. He just wants to get back over. He's attacking the same side, actually. He's keeping the pressure and potentially keeping the eyeballs on this side of the MD base.
Knowing Meltdown, they're not going to be happy being out of the lead at the moment. They don't want to give up any maps. They're surely delighted to take 2, but this is still war for them.
So you think you're going to see the stress come out here a little bit?
I know they were very deeply upset losing even a single match with them earlier yesterday.
Tough tits. That was a great matchup. Cannot be sad about that. 1.5 minutes here. We've got 1 cap up for Break. We're going to have to see if they can hold on to it. And really, they're the ones running all of the offense right now. MD's just having to react to how Break is entering the base.
Lick's just trying to launch himself at it. It doesn't matter how, just going for it. Wedgwood pushing forward as well. He's going into their side of the base. Lincoln's going down the lower area, and they've got a sort of distraction at the moment. I think now as the players are starting to die. Oh, Lincoln, he's been discovered. One nice little rocket.
Oh, no.
The shotgun's good, but KGB's just got such a massive stack.
There's that LAN LG KGB. There it is.
He was on about 15 health at the end of that fight, but you know, he held on. Less than a minute to go now. The last power-up has spawned, but Wins has got a flag touch. Is this going to be a real distraction?
He's into mid. He's got 58 health. He's railable.
Is he going to get a cross
Where
right
is...
now? He might make it. This might be 4-4.
What?
The Euros have tied it up again. Break don't have this map easy, not by any stretch of the imagination. Lincoln, though, he's playing very, very sneaky with this. And with the med kit as well, this is actually a pretty loaded push. Is he gonna go for it right now?
As long as he can get close. I mean, this shotgun quad is just too good to pass up, especially if they don't know where he's coming from. You can see that they were caught completely blindsided, and he's got an escort. He's going to be LG'd into the wall.
Oh, he didn't medkit! And Zyrix is going to fall as well. I think that Lincoln really just wanted to wait till the last second, and all of a sudden he lost that 49 health in just a blink of an eye.
Yeah. Going up against the wall is always a little disconcerting, but there we have it. Tied
It's
up.
overtime.
Another overtime between these guys.
Lovely one. You can't rocket jump with 9 health wise, no matter how small the rocket jump is. But he knows that. He doesn't need me to tell him that.
I don't know. Again, players like Waz and ID, like they just need to keep Wing. Plus forward all times. Now Waz, I don't know if he needs to go in the water right. Okay, he's not getting rail.
You don't want to put yourself out of position that much when you're in overtime. So getting the railgun is... Oh, he's actually going to go for it.
All right.
10 HP as well. I mean, it's likely he's just going to die before he gets out of the water.
Give somebody else that rail. Yep, thanks.
And
Thanks. Free rail.
Good job.
What a pal. Would love to hear their VoIP right now.
I mean, all right if you've got other teammates in mid with you, but that seems extremely risky. And obviously, that's Tox. That's Tox. You gave the rail to Tox.
Yep. You did this.
There's a little touch there, but immediately going to go back.
Oh my God, ID is taking everybody down.
Oh, look at him now.
This is a huge hole that hopefully Break can fill. Tox is going to get but he's going to get put down in the water. No discharge in Quake Live, unfortunately.
That was really important from the hang actually to do all of that damage. It was quite a dangerous move for Tox to go up the bounce pad, and there's rockets and LG all over the place. Tox though, he's got it back. He got the mega straight away, and it's like, right, I still have a second chance with this single quad timer. His teammates, he doesn't have anyone around him, so he's just going to have to back out a little bit and maybe pick a different angle.
He's just walking through fields of grenades. His stack was just absolutely decimated in seconds. So almost 2 minutes of overtime now. And DeHang is prepped here. I like this angle. He's being noisy. Yeah, okay, so Lincoln's going to get that intel, as is Wins.
Waz with a touch.
Hey, but there's Waz out the other side. DeHang playing a little bit of
He's got teammates. There. This might be it. We might get a map win right now for Break in this series.
21 health.
In overtime, in 2 minutes, they take it 5-4. Well played, Break. GGs are out. I want to have a quick look at the damages that we're getting there. We've got just over 11k for DeHang. ID doing huge damage, actually, as an attacker. Tox, top of their team, with just over 10k. They get a map win, Jahar.
It was an amazing series.
But it's just a map win. It's not a series win.
It's a
Euros
2-1.
have won.
It's a 2-1.
The Americans.
If you just
have
shuffle
lost.
the maps around, it was actually a tiebreaker.
So I will stop rubbing in.
I don't know. Rub one out on here. No, it was a great series. It was good.
Totally agree.
Not a smash by any stretch.